Hi, my name is Sylvia. I'm 50 years old. I'm from Houston, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
But seeing how this is Fat Stacks week as we're talking about it, and you don't even know this, and we didn't even know this. This is a whole week of episodes of the fattest of stacks we have ever seen, and you're literally ending the week. We didn't know it was a thing until all of a sudden you applied, and we were just like, what has happened? We've just done like so many of these in a row all of a sudden. So Fat Stack week, but also out of the gate, I saw in my notes, there's a whole note. Our producer, Lindsay, she's getting all the notes and everything. I was just like, oh, what's up with today's recording? Oh, she has tens of thousands of dollars of IRS debt, but is planning to go on a Europe vacation with her friend.
Maybe.
So how are we doing a Europe vacation if we're in IRS debt? So, I mean, that's kind of blowing my mind. End of Fast Tax Week and IRS debt. So it's interesting. And I'm interested.
Okay.
But first, I want to know, what do you do for a living in Houston? And thanks for being on. I do appreciate it.
Glad to be here. I am a consultant, so I go into companies and help them build their ethics and compliance programs.
Ethics and compliance. So what does that look like?
Anti-bribery, corruption. So I write policies.
But you have IRS debt.
Yes, but I will pay it.
But there's years of IRS debt.
There is years of IRS debt.
Let's pay it in 2040?
Maybe. Hopefully sooner. You'll help me do it sooner.
I'd like to. And another weird part about this, again, there's this weird things I want to call out at the beginning. Mr. Dude over there, your son. We won't name him because, we use anonymous names, but son guy. He teaches one of the Dave Ramsey classes, yet you have a fast stack of debt and IRS debt. And your kid teaches the financial peace thing.
I know. He must not be a good teacher.
Okay, well, either him or you or you both. I don't know what's happening. So, but why then? If you have the resources in your corner more than normal for most people, why is this possibly so bad? Why is this possibly so thick and fat?
Well, lots of reasons. Can't really blame it on one reason, but I have.
Can you blame it on anything other than yourself?
Mostly myself, yes. I have been in a marriage for 13 years where we had lots of unemployment on his side.
Oh, okay.
His side, lots of years, probably half of the marriage, I would say.
Half of the marriage? How? What did he do?
He's in IT.
Okay, so
just lots of job losses.
He couldn't find other jobs?
Not jobs that he was willing to take. So,
okay, that makes more sense.
So it kind of started out my first year of being self-employed. I had saved all the taxes. I had put it in an account, and he had been out of work for a year at that point. And I was like, okay, so how much longer is he going to be out of work? So he didn't pay the taxes for that year because I was.
What do you mean?
Nervous.
Hold on. Well, what was the longest stint of unemployment?
A year at least, probably.
Okay,
longer.
so after that, why didn't we save up a full year emergency fund if we knew that was a reality in our situation? Why are we going into for debt for that? If this was a thing that was ongoing in the good times, wouldn't we prepare for the inevitable rain that we knew was coming from living in a historic rainy place?
Yeah, no, I've never had an emergency fund.
You've never had an emergency fund.
I was a single mom for 10 years.
Congratulations. Get an emergency fund.
No good reason.
Woo, good job, but get an emergency fund.
Yeah.
I don't, not single.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you cannot get one or can't get one, or there are single moms who are superheroes out there killing, just getting done.
Yeah.
And I think if anyone needs an emergency fund more than anyone, it's probably someone who's a single parent.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the other thing to rely on. Right. So I think actually being a single mom should mean that you have an emergency fund more than not.
Oh, no, I was saying that it's terrible too. I mean, I know I should have had one, but it's just never happened.
Why?
Never an emergency fund. There's always something else to pay. Just priorities.
Girl, I got your spending.
Yeah.
You're fucking around.
Yes.
So going out to eat, having just miscellaneous bullshit, $1,500 on miscellaneous bullshit. Also, we're going to have you take a little sip of water because you got the going on, which is okay. That happens. But we're doing it for you, the audience. I think everyone, we get a little nervous on camera. It's okay.
Sorry.
Totally good. Nothing bad. So what are we making in this consulting job?
Probably about $185.
Good. You make a ton of money. How long have you made this much money?
Probably off and on for the past 5 or 6 years. I started consulting.
How much did you make when you were the single mom? Like that was the card we pulled
less than
immediately.
50.
Okay, well, less than 50 when?
In 2011, I was making $48,000 a year.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
So 13 years ago.
That had to have been relatively close to the median household. 2011, relatively close. What was it? Probably $10,000 more or so?
Maybe.
So, I mean, that shouldn't have been like the biggest thing. Now, what obviously becomes a massive issue there is like taking care of the kids because you got to make the money. But
Right.
where do the kids go? And that's where there's usually a huge problem. But you can be a single mom making $1 million a year, you know, being like a power boss or something. And it's like, okay, obviously the income part is not the issue there.
Right.
And for your portion, the 50, right around that 50, it's a little hard to say, especially since we know you spend so much money on bull. So I don't know. It's the fact that single mom is such a huge thing. It really is. But the fact that you immediately pulled the card out of the wallet, that's always what gives me a little bit of concern when we're talking about why your fat stack is so big today. And we were just like, whoosh, drew it, threw it on the table.
Yeah.
Even though, of course, you've been married for 14 years.
Yes.
13.
Yes, I have been. No, I just mean like when I was a single mom, I still didn't have an emergency fund. Now I make way more.
Yeah.
Still no emergency fund.
Sure. Fair enough.
Not a good choice.
Fair enough. Okay, so $180,000. You didn't pay taxes. So we owe back taxes, but for the sake of future taxes, are you at least setting just 25-30% aside?
I'm hoping to. Now, yeah. No, I haven't been.
Fun fact, we're in the 10th month of the year.
Yeah.
So I don't think the IRS listens to laughter and
No.
allows that to be settled
No.
debt from the previous year.
Yeah.
Also, why are you making your son watch this? I feel so bad for him. I'm like, this show has a little bit of a roast element, and
No,
your kid's sitting there. I would hate seeing my mom roasted.
No, he knows it. He loves your show. He's the one who got me on here.
Well, I appreciate
And so
it. Try not to cringe too hard.
He knows every detail. So he's my future accountability partner. So he knows
Why
everything.
not current
Well,
or past?
I mean, now, but for my future. Because I've never, even my husband never knew all the finance stuff.
Why is he on the good path, but you're on the path?
I don't know. Maybe I passed on my good genes to him.
Well, real answer?
I'm just terrible with money. I mean, I
Go on,
try to buy happiness.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you know,
That's American consumerism right there.
not happy in life, not happy in marriage,
Are you not happy?
with whatever. Just, you know,
Do you not find yourself happy in life right now?
right now I'm happier than I have been because
Okay.
I'm separated. So that helps. So now I feel like I'm in control of my own destiny.
Okay. So 180, and you hope to set money aside? What does hope to? I that doesn't make any sense. Why aren't we setting money aside like just a responsible business owner that we should be relatively, especially since you've been doing this for 5 years. First couple of years, I get it. Maybe, you know, a little confused. You're learning the ropes. 5 years in, I think at that point, we're probably setting money aside and not hoping to. The
Right.
IRS isn't a hope to.
Right. No, I just poor money management, just absolute poor money management, and just buying stuff I don't need. I have to. It's the priority thing, right?
How much did you bring in last month from the business? Transfer into your personal.
Right. Last month, probably 15, 16.
11,700.
Oh,
How much did you spend?
more than that, I'm sure. Let's go with 14, 15.
13.
Okay.
So overspent our earnings
Yep.
while having a stack that is basically all debt. You technically have retirement, but for 50 is nothing.
Right.
Nothing. So it's like almost like what, 5-10% of what we would want you to see? Just scary.
Yeah.
Consulting, okay, sure. $400,000 of bad debt without any assets, as far as I know yet. You're 50.
Yes.
Why are you in debt for TikTok Shop?
I just want to pay it out.
What is pay it out?
Like pay it out over time.
You can't. Your minimum payments are stacked up Everything is so stacked. Oh, whoa. That was the end of the debt. The fattest of stacks we have ever seen.